hello. Oh, I'm so excited. This is my first live stream officially through OBS. I'm doing a live stream for TikTok and YouTube simultaneously. And so let me just tell you what we're going to get into today. All right. So this is going to be very similar to my usual formats for my new moon and full moon readings. You guys are usually used to seeing them on YouTube on replay, and this will still be available for replay, but I'm just changing up the way that I get this content out to you today. And I'm going to do it live, and it'll be available for replay for anybody who doesn't join us today. I'm just going here because my laptop's in front of me. I just want to make sure I get my notes set up because I like to take notes in between all of my readings. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a collective oracle message for all of the signs. I like to use my Queen of the Moon oracle. So if you're not new here, then you already know that. We're going to be using this oracle deck, and I'm going to get a jumper for all of us to just kind of receive, and then I'm going to go in order of the zodiac, Aries through Pisces. Okay, so the format is going to be where you are, like how life is going in the middle of November, what you need to work on for this new moon in Scorpio, which is happening November 20th, and what's coming up for you, like, you know, what you can expect this new moon in Scorpio, what changes, what unexpected. It's going to vary for every sign. Okay, so we're going to do 3 cards. I'll verify whatever or clarify whatever I need to clarify, but I do want to try to keep it to a 3-card spread. But again, we'll clarify whatever needs clarification. I want to make sure my viewers have as much clarification as I do on the information that I'm receiving from Spirit. If you're new here, welcome, join, follow, like, subscribe, depending on wherever you're watching. And feel free to check out all of my other content. My thing is, you know, I believe that my content is going to reach those who are aligned with my energy. All right. So a lot of people always ask me, like, what if the read doesn't resonate or whatever? Don't make the shoe fit. Don't make the shoe fit. Y'all remember going to Payless and your mom would like press on your toe, and if it don't fit, but guess what you do? You take it off. Okay. You know, I do not believe that I am going to be aligned with every other tarot reader's reading out there. Right. You know, so just know and discern for yourself and your spirit what is for you and what is not. I do encourage you to watch for your moon, rising, and sun. I primarily do these for sun signs, but I encourage you to watch all 3. Okay, so you can get a 360 view of what to expect for this new moon in Scorpio that we have. Okay, so please, if you haven't already, I would love for you guys to drop your sun sign in the chat and where you're joining from, like what state, what city. Feel free to join that. I'm gonna read comments in between each sign, okay? Because I'm using OBS and there's still so much I have to learn about OBS. So I'm like seeing a bunch of people joining on TikTok, but I'm not seeing comments yet. So I'm going to try to read the comments in between each zodiac sign. Okay. So feel free to drop things and I'll just try to read it as I can. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start with our collective reading. Okay. So again, we're using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So let's see what, wow, Will came out first, but I don't want to take that. Will came out first, but I don't, that is, I mean, you can take that as willpower. Maybe we all need a little willpower, right? Okay. Let's see what is the collective oracle message for the Lightworker Wait community, please, Spirit. What is the oracle message for the collective? Okay, we got 1 flipped over. Oh, 3 came out. Okay, but 1 flipped over. We've got the Void. We have the Void. Okay. Now, the Void is the dark moon. The other 2 that came out, though, is the Unexpected and Focus. So I would imagine that maybe some of you guys are in the time of focusing, working on some projects maybe right now, trying to kind of get yourself in a position where you feel like you're ending the year strong, especially with that Focus card. But then we do still have some unexpected things coming up. So that's interesting. I'm not going to read these messages. I'm going to read the Void, okay, because that's what flipped out upright, okay? And if you guys are in the chat and you can see and hear me well, can you just give me a thumbs up or something in the chat? I can't really see the likes right now. I'm still learning this platform. So just let me know that you're with me and just you can hear and see me and everything is going well. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and read the Void, the dark moon. This is actually my oracle message for next month, personally. Okay, so we've got your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits. So let go of the old. The affirmation is, I freely release what I no longer need. And now this is very fitting because Scorpio is the sign of transformation and rebirth. So for us to get the void, the dark moon, like that is obviously like very on brand for a Scorpio new moon. It heralds in a time of new beginnings, right? Here's the full message. And this, the author of this deck is like Wiccan. So just, she writes from that lens, okay? While the full moon, full attractive power, gets all the publicity, the dark moon, which offers the infinite possibilities of a clean slate, is just as powerful in its own way. The dark moon often looks like just a darker piece of the night sky, and in some cultures, the way it appears harkens back to the idea of the void. It is a place of unknowable secrets, a state of everything and nothing, or a place to prepare and rest before moving on. To me personally, there is a relieving, restful quality about this darkest moon that allows pondering and decisions about what we can jettison before making fresh plans for the new moon, which is the next day. So this is like the day before the new moon. Technically, we're doing this 2 days before the new moon, and many people will be watching it tomorrow, so this is kind of like on track. If you find yourself resisting the dark moon, it is usually a clear sign that you are being stubborn about letting go of something that is old and not serving you in a positive way any longer. Often that is a fear or pattern that was created to protect you in some way. However, now it is outdated, yet you are still carrying it or acting it out. Know that this moon is powerful, but is also incredibly gentle in the way it helps you unravel what actually is so you can embrace the fresh start of tomorrow. Relax, reframe, and think about how much better your life will be without that bad habit, fear, or pattern. Get very clear about the possibilities of this transformation and what it will give you in real terms. This is the power of the dark moon. It is the optimum time in the cycle to release the old and cut the cords of relationships and traumas that deserve no time and attention in your present. The companion stone is Jet. I don't have that, so look it up. Feel free to check out what that stone is if you want to work with that stone. But that is our collective oracle message, family. Did that resonate with anybody at all? I was born in a balsamic new moon. I see people joining. If you guys are here hanging out with me, drop something in the chat. Let me know you're here, alive and well. I'm going to go ahead and light my candle before I start getting into the zodiac readings. And let me know if I'm coming across clear. I might take the time to just double check on my phone that I'm coming across clear. I don't know, like, as being somebody who's live streamed from my phone for so long, I'm like a little anxious of streaming through my phone because I'm just like, does it look good? Is it coming across well? Okay, I'm going to check right now if it looks okay. I'm going to turn the volume down because I don't want there to be feedback. I think somebody dropped a message. This is so hard to, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I'm learning so much about TikTok and YouTube, guys. I feel like somebody why is it top chat? Why is there, go to live chat. Oh my God. Okay. Locked in Leo Sun here. Okay, perfect. Khadijah, hi, one of my like keepers. Hi, babe. Okay, why do I have to log in? Okay, you know what? I can't. I'm just trusting that you guys can hear and see me. And that just is what it is. It just is what it is. Okay, I'm moving on. Because my old phone wants me to log in and I just can't handle that. Ugh. Okay, so let me write down the collective message that we had the dark moon. Time. Feel free again to just drop in where you're joining from, where you're joining from. I'm a little nervous, which I'm not usually, but I'm nervous of like doing this platform in this way. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to be using my Street Priestess Tarot, and I'll use any of my other decks to clarify whatever I need to clarify, but we are going to go ahead and get locked in with Aries. Something is, can you guys see something? Ugh, can you guys see? My phone is doing something. Can you guys confirm if you can see me? Can you guys confirm that? Let me just check my live stream here. Yeah, you guys can see. My phone is doing something annoying, but I think you guys can see. Okay. So, I'm also feel like I'm gonna just like leave this. I feel like my phone is doing a lot, my computer is doing a lot of things, so I need to like not stress it out so much. Okay. Look, Nine of Pentacles coming out. We love that. I need this to go away. I need this to go away. Guys, I need to fix something on this because I can't see my thing, and that's going to piss me off. Please hold before we get into Aries. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. We're getting into Aries, okay? Eight of Wands popping out. Maybe something to do with moving fast, traveling even. Sometimes Eight of Wands is about infatuation. Okay, where is Aries currently? What does Aries need to work on under this new moon in Scorpio? And what can Aries, the Eight of Wands again, clearly wants to come out. What can Aries expect? What is coming up for Aries in this new moon in Scorpio? Okay. Here we go. Where you are. King of Swords. Interesting. King of Swords is about, I would like it to focus. Does it want to focus? Will it focus for me? We love trying new things in Mercury retrograde. The King of Swords is the air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So when we see that here, it could be representative of one of those air signs, but it is also representative of somebody who's very intelligent, somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very wise, okay? So Aries, you may be in a space where you're just trying to handle a situation with intellect versus emotion. You may be in a space where maybe you've been promoted in some way and you're trying to, you know, stay feeling seen in that position of authority and power, especially intellectual authority. I'm getting the sense that you're like the go-to person right now. Let me know if that's connecting with you, Aries. I'm getting the sense that you're the go-to person right now for some problem solve in your life. Okay, what you need to work on. We've got the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, okay, like honestly, it's not going to focus the way I wanted to, so that's okay. The Page of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this could be a fire sign in your life, Aries, and a fellow fire sign, but this could also be a young person, as the court cards often indicate people. Usually the pages indicate people who are young and immature. But the Page of Wands is also somebody who is expressive. They're creative. They want to explore. They want to see what's out there. Okay. So let's see if this is talking about a person, Aries, or if this is about something you need to do. Given that we have the Eight of Wands here, I'm wondering if there's a message for you that you need to be traveling, or you need to take a short trip or something like that. Okay, Aries, is this a person or is this advice, Spirit, for Aries? Okay, we've got main male. So for me, this is either referring to a person in your life, a main person in your life that maybe you need to explore a relationship with. Doesn't have to, look, back to the deck energy here is main female, okay? Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be professional or platonic, but it feels like there's a relationship that needs to be worked. You need to explore a relationship with another male in your life. For some of you, I am getting like the father of your children, if you have any. For some of you, it's going to be exploring a relationship with somebody. Sometimes the Eight of Wands is infatuation. I am getting the sense that maybe somebody's asking you to travel. My professional advice, not that you asked, is if somebody's asking you to go out to see them, a masculine energy is telling you to go see them, I would not do it, okay? Let that man come see you on your turf, okay? When you go see them, they have all the power. You're in a place you're unfamiliar with. You're going to places that they know, not places that you know and you feel safe. This is advice from one of the dating coaches I follow, and I kind of agree with it. And also, it sounds cute to be flown out to go see somebody, but really you're just like, it's like you're a fucking Amazon package. Oh, I want to spend time with this girl, I'll send her out. You know? Let somebody put the effort in. Anything else, Spirit, around this, around the Page of Wands that Aries needs to work on? Do we have the Cunning card? It's also Thief, this card. This card is also Thief, related to Thief. Now, I just feel like this is about be smart about who and how you spend your time. Who you spend time with and how you spend your time. This new moon in Scorpio. I just keep getting the sense, Aries, that you need to allow yourself the time to explore a relationship. That could be a creative relationship, a creative collaboration, maybe around music, maybe around film, maybe around art. And this could also be, like I said, romantic or business. Okay, what you need to work on. 8 of Cups. Interesting. Now, for those of you who are in my Lightkeeper, my subscription, then you know that the 8 of Cups, you already know how I feel about Aries for this month of November. I do feel like a lot of Aries are dealing with grief. The 8 of Cups is about walking away. It is about spending time alone. It is about isolation, walking away from difficult people, places, circumstances, usually ones that are unfulfilling. But I am getting the sense there might be a need to spend some time alone. Can you say more, Spirit, about what Aries needs to work on? Are you guys with me? I think I dropped out for a second. Let me know if you're still with me. Okay, we got Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords. There is a counterpart here. Feminine energy, maybe again, air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that you may need to walk away from. Aries. Who is this to Aries? This Queen of Swords. Who is this to Aries? Courtship. Maybe this is somebody you've been dating, Aries. Maybe. Okay. I know these cards aren't focused, guys. Just bear with me. I'm going to see what comes out of the healing heart journey, guys, because it just feels like there's a lot of heavy energy around this. It feels like Aries, this new moon in Scorpio, you're being called to, head over heart, move forward or move on from a relationship, but at the same time needing to explore potentially even yourself. If you are let me get my words right. If you are a male, there may be a message here to spend some time with yourself. If you are whether or not you're male or female, I feel like there's a message that you really need to analyze who you've been giving yourself time to, because you need to move on from it. And maybe the Queen of Swords isn't necessarily related to an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could be related to use your fucking head, okay? When we have, you know, King and Queen of Swords, use your head, not your heart. I'm thinking of one Aries client in particular. I know her situation's so unique and she's so... You know, I mean, I have many clients who struggle to leave unhealthy relationships, but you got to love yourself first. Okay. That's what the void is about, right? Like, are you really ready? Are you ready to let go? Like, how much longer are you going to indulge this person, this relationship, this experience, you know? Okay. Let me get something from the Healing Heart Journey for you, Aries. Inner growth. Testing your strength, overcoming adversity, making spiritual progress. Okay. Oh, look, the bright future is right behind that. Look. Dark times are behind you. It's your time to shine. You emerge even brighter. Aries, you gotta move on, babe. You gotta move on. You gotta move on. Okay, Aries, if you were listening, drop some comments below. I'm going to go ahead and make my notes, but feel free to write something down if that connected with you. And also, I feel like going back to what I was saying, Aries, is like you just want to focus on this relationship, but like it feels like people are relying on you again for answers. Like, hey, like, can you do this and can you do that? And like, we need you for this, and you're just like, I'm getting the sense of a little overwhelm, a little bit of a desire for escapism. You know? A little bit of that going on. Okay. All right, we are about to move on to Taurus. If you are a Taurus, make some noise in the chat. I find it hard to believe that nobody's commenting on TikTok. I'm seeing like all these people join, but and I really wish the view was different. I really do. Oh, now I see all these. Oh my God, I didn't see these. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I did not see these comments at all. So sorry. Okay. Tanya, thank you for the chats. Hi, Megan. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Reza. Tony, thank you. Megan, Sage Fulfilled. I don't know what that is. Monica, hi. Megan says you sound great. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not see any of these messages because I only was seeing YouTube. So sorry, guys. Let's see if I can. I was only seeing people who were joining the chat. Whoops. Okay, let me fix this. Let me close this. Sorry, there's so much going on on OBS, y'all. There's so much happening on this screen. I'll have no idea. me see if I can fix this. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Khadijah is there. Okay. Okay. Ugh, that's not what I wanted. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Oh, that works. Yes, that's good. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. Okay. Now I can see all the chats on YouTube and TikTok. I keep freezing. Okay. Oh no, is it better? Is it better? I'm sorry. Let me know if it's better. Let me go back to let me know if you guys are still seeing me freeze. And I am recording this, so the recorded version shouldn't be, if you guys are watching this on replay, it shouldn't be lagging like this. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I'm going to assume that you guys can see me, but I am going to keep this here. I want this down here. There are like literally so many screens on this fucking... I can see like the dropped frames. Let me check. Let me check. Are you guys still with me? Aries is, yeah, all of this is going to be posted for a replay, but are you guys still having issues hearing me? I just did a speed test and my speed test was kind of low. I am seeing it. I'm seeing it on my I feel like, I don't know if that will help. Yeah, I can see me glitching. It's much better now. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep going then. If you guys can hear me, then I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so we're moving on to Taurus. Here we go. So Taurus, where are you? Taurus, what do you need to work on? Okay, Monica, no problem. And what is coming up for Taurus this new moon? Okay. All right, Taurus. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. We got the King of Swords for you as well. Okay. Let me see these other two. Interestingly, different cards. So also in this space of King of Swords energy, I wonder why that is. I wonder why Aries and Taurus are in this very like cerebral space. Now, as I mentioned with Aries, you know, the King of Swords is connected to the air signs Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. The King of Swords is somebody who's very intelligent, somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very wise, but it can be masculine or feminine. It could also be connected to somebody who is an authority or subject matter expert. Think of a lawyer, think of an accountant, think of those types of professions. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. Now, this is just where you are. You might be career focused right now, Taurus. And if I look at your monthly reading, let me just look at my notes. I don't feel like this was like the best month of your life. I didn't get my newsletter out this month. If you guys follow me, I didn't get it out. But my short notes were like, this is a month of discovering yourself, Taurus, embracing your fresh start, moving on in some way. I said your love life is strained. It said, like, yeah, you're trying to figure out what you want to do now professionally, what lights you up. Yeah, that feels like the big thing of November for you, Taurus, based on my predictions. Now, what you need to work on here is the Six of Cups, okay? The Six of Cups is related to the water, it can be related to the water signs. I mean, the Cups is the water signs, but it's about the past, and we are in a Mercury retrograde, so the past is very, very important right now. So this could be an apology. A lot of times the Six of Cups is apologies. A lot of times the Six of Cups is like making amends. It can be related to generosity, but it's usually something or someone from your past, okay? So let's see exactly what this might be for you. What is this for Taurus? What from the past do they need to work on? We have 3 cards. Interesting. We've got Star, which is Aquarius, Death. Oh, sorry. Well, Death is here. Oh, I thought it was Death, but it is 5 of Cups. Sorry, 5 of Cups, which is grief, sadness, loss, and 9 of Pentacles. So this could be somebody, Taurus, who is independent. For some others, this could be somebody you felt like you needed independence from, but maybe regretting that now. This could be an Aquarius that you walked away from, or an Aquarius that walked away from you. It feels like there's a relationship you're missing in your life. Now, this could be either with a very independent person, or like I said, somebody you felt like you needed independence from at the time, okay? So, honestly, Taurus, it just feels like you need to make amends. It feels like you need to make amends. Okay, with somebody. I don't exactly know why. Why does Taurus need to make amends with this person? Oh gosh, despair is coming out. Despair is coming out. It just feels like, Taurus, you're not really happy without this person like you thought that you would be. Again, for me, it kind of feels like somebody that you thought you didn't need but actually do. Let's look at what's coming up for you. 4 of Wands. You know, Taurus, especially if you guys were, you know, breaking up from somebody, or like if you guys went through some sort of breakup or separation, like this new moon, you would likely be repairing that relationship. But it could most likely be a job as well, Taurus. This could easily be, the reason why I say this, because one thing I look at a lot in this card is you see how the not hiring sign in the back, got the dog ain't even got no damn food. The 9 of Pentacles is often associated with independence and luxury. So it feels like you might have taken a big step out on your own. Maybe you try to go to consulting, maybe you try to start your own business and it didn't work. And now you're like, damn, I need my old job to take me back. It could very well be that type of situation. Okay, but we've got 4 of Wands coming up for you, and the 4 of Wands is domestic harmony, balance, okay? It is sometimes also celebrations. I love the imagery of this card, which is why I said that, you know, maybe some of you guys are repairing relationships, okay? Anything else about the 4 of Wands for Taurus? We have King of Cups. Water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is about managing your emotions as well. Like, you need to allow yourself to move from this space to being all in your head, doing what you think is right, to moving back into that Scorpio energy, right? That water sign energy of doing what you feel is right. Okay? Letting your intuition go. There's a time and a place for your intuition to work and for your logic to work. If that's connecting with anybody, drop some comments below, please. Drop some comments. Okay, I'm going to take my notes for Taurus while I wait for your comments to come in. And if you're cross-watching, that's cool too. Let me know if you guys feel like that resonates for anybody you're cross-watching for. The thing is, Taurus, is that I do feel like you will, whoever you want to take you back is going to take you back. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, they are going to take you back. Okay? You might have to grovel a little bit. I am getting that. I am getting that. Okay. I'm not seeing any comments on TikTok now. Are you guys able to, you guys still able to see me, hear me? Let me know. If somebody's in here, let me know. Because I don't know. I'm trying not to use too much bandwidth. I see people are joining, but I'm trying not to use too much bandwidth on my network. So I don't want to like be checking on all the devices. But yeah, if that resonated with you, Taurus, awesome. We're going to move on. I still need this deck. We're going to move on to, who's next? We're going to move on to Gemini. Okay. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate you. Because I'm just like, I feel like I'm flying blind here. I am flying blind. Okay. I'm not, because I can see myself, but it's hard to determine if that's what you guys are seeing. Okay. So let's move on to Gemini. Hi, Tanya. Okay, perfect. Do you guys like this setup? Do you guys like this format? Is it working? Does it look good? I'm really proud of it. Okay, moving on to Gemini. We're moving on to Gemini. Now, I think we have a full moon in Gemini. Okay, we got 9 of Pentacles coming out for Gemini. We have a full moon in Gemini, I think, next month. Because I think we just had our full moon in Taurus, so I think Gemini's next. Okay, so that'll be on the 4th. So that'll be an interesting full moon. All right. So where's Gemini currently? What does Gemini need to work on under this new moon in Scorpio? And what is coming up for Gemini with this new moon in Scorpio? Now, when I say what's coming up for you guys, I mean, some of you guys who've been following me for a while, you guys know this is going to be energy that lasts for 2 weeks as we lead up to that full moon in Gemini, right? Okay. All right. So we've got the Page of Cups for you, Gemini, in terms of where you are. Now, the Page of Cups represents happy surprises. Okay. All of the court cards resonate to people. So this could be someone young. Usually the Page of Cups is somebody who's young and immature. Okay. Water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But if I see this in a representation of where you are, I would see the Page of Cups as you're in a place of like, how do I want to say? Sometimes the Page of Cups is related to naivety. It can be related to like somebody who's a little bit of a dreamer because they don't know what they don't know. So you might have some blinders on right now. You're like, everything is good. It's like that meme. You guys know that meme where like everything is fine and like fire's on in the background. You're a little bit like naive to like all the things happening, but you're being optimistic. You're leaning into your whimsy, you know. I mean, that would definitely describe our goddamn president. His Gemini ass. You're like, everything is fine. No, baby. No, baby. Now, the Page of Cups represents a happy surprise. So I do want to see what that relates to. I know I'm not focused, guys, but just work with me for a second. Okay, what is this for Gemini? Where are they? Clarify where they are with this Page of Cups. Okay, 3 cards coming out. We've got hard work, sometimes also poverty this card is connected to, distant horizons, and house. So it looks like you might have visitors from far away. I'm just trying to clarify this Page of Cups, guys. I'm trying to clear for the Gemini. I feel like you guys might have unexpected visitors right now in your home, and from particularly people who are a little bit down and out and maybe even immature. I wouldn't even be surprised, Gemini, if like you have a young cousin or somebody who's like crashing at your house from far away, or you know, couch surfing, trying to get on their feet. Y'all might be dealing with that type of energy. Okay. All right, moving on to what you need to work on. We have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is representative of contentment, happiness. It is joy, right? It's a wish fulfillment. Now, when I see this here, this is definitely, it's always positive to see it, but to see it in the position of what you need to work on, I really want to know exactly what we're talking about. Like, I don't know, Gemini, are you not happy? Right now, we have pathway. Maybe trying to figure out a new path for yourself. I love the butterflies in this image. Gemini for the month. What does Gemini need to work on? 2 of Pentacles, balance. This could easily be work-life balance, Gemini. This could easily be work-life balance, juggling all the things, finding the right path to do that. Now, interestingly, Gemini, what you have in the position of what's coming up for you is the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is endings, defeat, betrayal, okay? Now, sometimes when I see the 10 of Swords, I don't always look at it as negative. But again, for the sake of our president, we could obviously see why he's having a 10 of Swords moment. Bubba. Sometimes when I see this card in a reading, because everybody's situation is going to be different, right? Sometimes when I see the 10 of Swords, it is a message of, Tanya said felt. Tanya, I didn't know what sign you said. Let me know what sign you are, or listening for. Or if you're just cross-watching. The 10 of Swords is sometimes like an ending to a hard moment. Like the 10 of Swords is like, goddamn, thank God that's over. You know, something that could be really difficult that you're going through. So let's see what the 10 of Swords is for Gemini. What's coming up for you, Gemini? Now we've got thoughts. I hate this card so much. It's so vague. It's so fucking vague. And what else for Gemini? Sudden wealth. Maybe something that was bringing you money is going to stop bringing you money. Clarify what this is for Gemini. King of Swords coming out. What is this for Gemini? What's ending? 7 of Swords, escapism, running. Ooh. Now, I'm going to interpret this for our dear president, and I'm sorry if you are conservative, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You might be on the wrong live. You might be on. But we've got the Hierophant here. Hold on. We've got the Hierophant, the 7 of Swords, and the oh, you're listening for time. Okay. And King of Swords. Now, we got air sign energy again with the Hierophant. With the King of Swords. Hierophant is Taurus energy, but 7 of Swords is oftentimes betrayal, deception, and escapism, being sneaky. I'm going to try to like put our president out of our mind and really just give this message for you guys and what you're going through. All right. So it feels like somebody's taking something back, Gemini. And it's almost like you need to figure out your bliss, your joy, your happiness before this moment happens. That's why you're being called to find your path, find your balance, because I think some shit's about to fall apart. You know what I just heard? This is so dumb. I literally just heard the phrase, you know that shit you did last summer? Yeah, now it's time to answer for that. Like, that's literally something I heard. I don't know what that could be for you, Gemini, but like, it's like something's catching up with you. Something's catching up with you, Gemini. What is this for Gemini? Clarify this, please. We have strategy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times the Seven of Swords is connected to strategy. Okay. A lot of times. What is this for Gemini? What does Gemini need? What's coming up for Gemini? And in the case of Mr. Y'all know I like to call him Voldemort. He's definitely going to need to defend himself. So he's lawyering up for sure. We have attachments. Now, which is what basically this whole card was about. Letting go, releasing. Thank you guys for liking the live. What is this for Gemini? What is ending? What is ending? Ooh, and we had two cards. Hold on. We've got blossoming abundance and appreciation. Interesting. Interesting that these two cards are coming out. And this is why it's important to clarify, because these are two very positive cards. Okay, the door to personal healing and happiness is a beautiful card. It's kind of like the equivalent to the 10 of Cups in this energy oracle. And the appreciation card is like, it's like a reminder to have gratitude. So now that I'm looking at all these cards, I think there is a situation where it's like, I don't know how to explain it, Gemini, but it's like you are getting off, but just barely. Imagine, like, I know I'm using all these phrases because Trump is in the forefront of my mind, but it's like there's a very unfortunate situation in front of you that you're being tasked with, and it does feel like it is related to money, okay? But you're not going to be able to get out of this situation alone. You do need to be strategic about who you partner with. You might even need to partner with lawyers, the suits. Let me go look at your monthly forecast. Let me look what my notes were for you. These are my notes. Partnership is emphasized this month. You need them at the beginning of the month, the partner, but then a shift happens when you lock in. You need to execute a goal. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get done. Don't worry about how you will be perceived now that you're leveling up. Your job is to grow. It's not your job to make people comfortable with your growth. Careful not to overspend with your new disposable income, okay? Try to keep expenses low. Maybe considering consulting or working for yourself. This would be a good time to start if that is on your heart. Love life feels exhausting. Someone's taking a step back unexpectedly. They have feelings for you, but they aren't ready to reconnect because they're working on themselves. Okay. Nothing of what I don't really feel like that connects to your reading, but okay. Yeah. Anyway, it feels like you're ending a really heavy situation. It feels like you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment, but you need, again, like I said, to work with other people to get it done. This does feel like it involves legalities to me. This could be divorce. This could be getting out of a non-compete. This could be getting out of like a lease agreement. You know, it could be things like that. Every time I have readings with you, Gemini, it always feels so fucking confusing. And you know what I do every time? And that's because just this, I did, but I didn't listen. Okay. The way that I try to ground your reading, and I think that's just because of how you guys are, just in general. You guys are like, just in general, all over the place. It's hard sometimes to be like, what the fuck is going on in Gemini's life? What is So we're going to clarify this with the spirit animal. What is the guidance for Gemini, please, spirit? What the hell? Okay, we have moth spirit. No. And and use your, yeah, so that kind of tracks. All right, so let me tell you about these two cards, okay? We've got Moth Spirit and we have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Going back to King of Swords, yeah, you do need to be smart. Now, with the Surrender card, the Pig card makes sense. And again, it's kind of on the same vein. When pigs fly, that's kind of where you are. But when this Moth Spirit card comes up, it's a message that you've been obsessing about the wrong shit. Not even the wrong shit, but you've just been obsessing to like an unreasonable degree, and you obsessing about the outcome of something, or needing to get a job, or needing to have a relationship, or needing to like just upset, like you've got to surrender. You have to release control. You've got to give something up. It's time to cut the cords. I'm gonna read it so that it makes sense to you, because I think it will, and then I'll move on to Cancer. But there seems like a silver lining here, if I'm being honest. Y'all just let me know what that is. All right, Moth Spirit asks you, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with Spirit, or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person, may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all other pursuits that matter to you. Now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance, so that your drive does not cause you to flee or fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control, so that you can relax into a more balanced, okay, way of using your Moth Spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. I hope that made sense to you, Gemini. Drop some comments below if this connected, and tell me how so. Tell me how this resonates with you. Yeah, it feels like honestly, it just feels like you're overwhelmed of like, which way do I go? And you're obsessing about it because you're afraid to make a wrong turn. And maybe you've invested a lot into a situation. So you're like, maybe you're also anxious because you don't want to lose out on a time investment. You need a return on investment somehow. That could be the message. I release it. Amazing. Yes. Where am I? I need this deck. Okay. I have to remember that there's a lag. Isha, hi. Oh, Jesus. I have to remember that there is a lag. I'm like only just now remembering that. Oh yeah, there's like a little bit of a lag for this type of reading. Okay. Okay, I hope that made sense, Gemini. I really do. Relationships and work-life balance. Yes. Okay, good. I hope that was helpful, babe. I really do. And if you want to, I mean, watch for your moon and your rising as well. But this will be available for replay, because these new moon readings, guys, they're relevant for the next 2 weeks. This is not just something that's just relevant for the next couple days. It's relevant as we lead up to the full moon next month. I usually like to do longer versions of this reading, but like usually I'll be sitting here till damn near 3 hours, and my dog will be really mad at me if I did that. I don't know where she is, but I know she wants to go out soon. Okay, so it does. Obsessing about a job I've been with for 8 years, and the carrot of a promotion keeps me. That phrase alone, carrot of a promotion, sounds crazy. Yes, Isha, there will be a replay. I hope that this connection was good for Aries. I hope. I hope. But the replay will be on my YouTube for sure. Obsessing about a job event. Yeah. That's rough. And Tanya, if you want to schedule a session with me so we could work that out, feel free to go to the link in my bio if you need more insight on that and what that might look like if you do part ways. That's really my niche. I love to kind of help people strategize for their goals and like what they're working towards and creating the life they desire. But that's rough. That's a big decision, because 8 years is not nothing. And that's why, like you mentioned, or like I mentioned, seems like you don't want to lose a time investment. There's no balance. I cried and oh no. I don't know what the moon has been in, because I had a crash out on Sunday. I think the moon was in like Virgo the other day, so I don't know. I don't know. It's just heavy energy in this Scorpio season. We're all just kind of having to come to grips with, you know, what we have to grieve. You know, Scorpio is the sign that rules death and rebirth, and that is a period of grief. We have to have this moment of grief for what we were releasing, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and get into Cancer. All right, so if you're a Cancer, make some noise in the chat. If you've got Cancer placements, make some noise in the chat. You know? Okay. Where is Cancer currently? What's going on in Cancer's life? What does Cancer need to work on? This new moon in Scorpio. And what is coming up for Cancer, this new moon in Scorpio? Arlie, Cancer. Oh, hey girl, Cancer rising. I thought you were a Gemini as well, Ari. Okay. 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 So, where you are, Cancer, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups represents grief, sadness, loss. Okay. Now, you may, or just sometimes just the Five of Cups just represents being alone. You may even be feeling lonely. All right. Oh, it's okay. It'll be on replay, Ari, don't worry. All right. I do want, before I move on, I want to dig a little bit more into this Five of Cups and why this is here. Why is for Cancer? Why is this here for Cancer? The Lovers. The Lovers. Okay. All right. Five of Cups and the Lovers. Now, the Lovers does represent the sign of Gemini, in case that's important for you guys. This is the Kipper deck, so it's not exclusively related to Gemini, but I consider it sometimes. I don't know why, but that like black bush is like really obvious to me all of a sudden. Like I never considered that before. Like, why is there all this green lushness in this one like black bush? Like, what is that about? So maybe Cancer, at the time you're seeing this, you're grieving a partnership. This could be romantic. This could be platonic. This could be a friendship. Okay, some close relationship. Now, what you need to work on is the Four of Swords. We need some peace around this breakup. We need some rest. We need some recovery. We need some relaxation. Okay. How is it that you are going to get the peace that you need? This feels like a very straightforward reading, if I'm being honest, Cancer. How can you heal? How can you recover? Power. Amen. Having power struggles. Be assertive now. Trust yourself. Treat yourself like royalty. Anything else, Spirit, for Cancer? For what they need to work on? Cocky. It's all about them. Struts for your attention. You are the real badass. That's okay, Cortez. You're here now. Watch for your moon and your rising. You know, I hate to, so this is the thing, Cancer. First of all, not all of you could be going through a breakup, and maybe it not might be romantic for all of you. This is my healing heart journey card, so these connect to relationships, but I like to look at them I like to look at them for all areas of life. It feels like you are feeling guided to distance yourself from somebody because you're realizing that somebody has some narcissistic qualities. And you're recognizing, Cancer, that somebody was using you. Anything else about this Four of Swords? Shit. First two off the top came out. Look, we got the Death card, Scorpio energy, Two of Wands, looking towards the future, and Ace of Cups, looking for something new, looking for a new feeling, a new emotion, a new cup to fill. This is a message to have peace of what's to come. I know I'm not really showing these cards well. So Cancer, I don't really know where you are with this. You know, not everybody's going through a breakup, but there is some sort of separation that's happening. But what I am seeing and sensing, Cancer, is that Spirit's telling you, hey, don't worry about it. I've got something better for you. Okay, so let's look at what's coming up for you, which is the Queen of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, this could represent a person, but I don't think that it is. I think the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is, like, she is the badass. She handles the home. She handles the house. She handles all of the things. And she doesn't need anybody, but people need her, you know? And not necessarily to a toxic perspective, like, in terms of she doesn't need anybody, but like she's very self-made, right? She's self-made. And I think Spirit is trying to give you the space to recharge and come back to yourself. What do you have for Cancer, please? What do you have for Cancer? All right, we need to work with turmeric and solar plexus, okay? This is my healing essential oil deck. Work with some turmeric. Trigger statements released. It is too late. No, it's not. And too late in the sense of my moment's past. I can't get that job. I can't get that person. I can't get that body. No, it's not too late. That's a lie that you're telling yourself, Cancer. True statement to embrace. I am free to believe. You are clearing away beliefs, energy, and memories that no longer serve you. So the necessary decisions will be made. Notice how a lot of the messages are focused around clearing away, decluttering, letting go, right? It might even be, Cancer, for some of you that somebody was in the way of your ability to make money. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a position where like you got all caught up in a relationship and like maybe your career took a backseat, you weren't as ambitious as you used to be. And that's okay because you can't do all the things all the time. But at the time you felt like that relationship was worth it, worth the time investment. Now it feels like you're coming to an awareness, Cancer, that relationship wasn't worth the time investment. And you're like, you know what? I need to reclaim my power. I need to reclaim my power. Okay. All right, Cancers. How is that connecting, if at all? While I take my notes, I'm reading some comments. Cortez said, I missed Aries. Yes, that's okay. And Leo rising. Yes, we're going to get into Leo. Leo rising, Sagittarius, Moon, Aries, Sun. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Cancer. I do really go back to this Lover's card. I've literally never noticed this little black bramble here. And I think it's significant that I'm noticing this now because it feels like, you know, something's being revealed to you, Cancer, that you didn't notice before. Sometimes, you know, if you guys read for yourselves, it's not always the meaning of the card that matters, it's the imagery. It's like you don't want to get caught up in the rapture again. Is this supposed to be now? So, Ari, the spread that I'm doing is where you are, what you need to work on, and what's coming up for you. That's what we're doing. But again, this is, you know, you're Cancer rising, so you say Cancer. No, Cancer moon. Cancer rising, Cancer moon. So just take it in. Take it in and see how this connects, okay? It may not resonate with you. Okay, we're about to, any other questions, comments, concerns before we move on to Leo? Leo. Okay, great. I think we're all good. We're moving on to Leo. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Where is Leo presently? What does Leo need to work on? This new moon in Scorpio. And what is coming up for Leo? Khadija, you still here, or did you tap out on YouTube? I know you said you're a Leo sun. Was I focused when I put that? What's coming up for Leo? What's coming up for Leo? This new one is Scorpio. Okay. All right. Here we go. Page of Wands, this is where you are. Page of Wands, we're looking at our options, right? We're looking to see what's out there. The Page of Wands does represent people, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it also represents creativity, freedom, and exploration. You know, trying to see what you align with, trying to see what works for you. And, you know, arguably, all of the pages are young and immature, right? But when we see it, it's like we're reverting back to a state we're already familiar with, because life is cyclical and we need to allow ourselves time to say, okay, I'm ready for a new adventure. But to do that, we have to explore what adventure do we need to move on to, right? So we're in that state again, Leo, where we're exploring. We're ready to see, okay, what's my next adventure? All right, what is this? What specifically for Leo? What area of their life, love, relationships? Unexpected income coming in. How lovely. Seems like you're attracting some money, Leo, right now that you're not even aware of. Your pursuits, your digging and dabbling is going to attract unexpected income to you. That's lovely. Maybe you're trying to attract income, and income comes from a place that you don't expect, which is great. Sometimes it's about the inspired action. It's not always about pursuing something that will definitely get you money. Sometimes it's pursuing something out of alignment that ends up bringing you money. Okay, what you need to work on? Queen of Wands. Got all the wands here. Again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the thing is, with the Queen of Wands is somebody who is charismatic. She's the manifestor. She's the witch of the tarot, as a lot of people like to describe. She's able to call in and manifest, you know, what she wants, because she's so alluring. She's so charismatic. She's so spunky. So this could be a message that you need to work on your confidence, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, or non-binary, doesn't really matter your gender. This is more about working on your confidence. Can you clarify, Spirit, anything else around what Leo needs to work on? Working on your confidence that you're able. We have concern. We have some concerns. So you're not confident in your abilities right now. Your usual ways of manifesting are not working, Leo. We have great fortune coming out, and also high honor. Yeah, Leo, prepare for a blessing. Damn. Prepare for a come up for sure. I think, do you guys follow, there are a couple astrologists that I like to follow. I follow Carol Starr. I don't know if you guys follow her. The real old lady with the glasses. She was saying that too, that Leos are about to come into more money. I didn't dig into her report, but she did say that. I want to pull a tarot card, another tarot card for what Leo needs to work on, please. Fool. We're going to have a fresh start. Going to be a fresh start, Leo, of some kind. Okay. I love her. Yeah. Okay. You guys watch. Okay. I like the. I be watching them too. I have my favorites too. Okay. I love Carol Starr, bringing astrology down to earth. Okay. I love her. Okay. Let's look at what's coming up for you. Two of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands. Expansion. Planning for the future. Looking ahead. Now, what exactly are you planning for? It looks like you've got a fresh start of some kind. Clarify. Oh, you know what? I picked another card because I wasn't sure. Okay, Four of Wands. Because in my head, in my heart, when I was picking that card, I was focused on the chat, so I wasn't completely aligned. So we got Four of Wands. Four of Wands is celebration, domestic harmony, and balance. So you are looking and planning for ways to bring in more balance and harmony in your life. The imagery, of course, suggests partnership. So in the traditional tarot, the Four of Wands is like a wedding. Maybe that might be important to you. Maybe you guys are seeking out partnership, romantic partnership. But I'd like to see what else comes out in relation to the Two of Wands. What you need, what's coming up for you. Clarify that, please, for Leo. Okay, nothing wants to come out. You know what? I actually want to get a card from my this deck. It's my career and finance. Any last messages do you have for Leo, please? This does feel very career driven. Shit. Okay, we've got two cards. We've got denial and comfort. Denial and comfort. Got to get real with yourself, Leo. But comfort feels like a confirmation. I'm going to read the denial card. Perhaps you're insisting that reality be something other than what it is. What are you refusing to see? It's better to live in truth than a lie. If you've been putting on a false front to make money, it's time to remove that mask. I kind of hate this card, to be honest. But when I see the denial card, I see it more so as maybe you've been overly optimistic. That's what I'm hearing. You've been overly optimistic about someone, and you need to be a little bit like, hey, you need to focus on what's going to bring you comfort. I was listening to a podcast on Diary of a CEO. I forget who it was, but it was some author on their book on the psychology of spending or something like that. And he was saying that most people would prefer to be content than happy. And so maybe, Leo, that's a message for you. What's going to make you content? You know, it's not always about what's going to make you happy. Happy is a fleeting emotion, right? Drop some comments below if that is resonating. I'm going to take my notes for you, Leo, and how this connects for you guys, if at all. A fresh start is definitely coming, Leo. Fresh start is coming with this new moon in Scorpio that will allow you to begin planning for your future. And thus create more balance and harmony in your life. You know, a lot of people, I've been trying to figure out, not trying to figure out, I've been using ChatGPT for, if Megan, if you're still in here, I know you love ChatGPT. I know you do. And how I've been using it in my business is that you guys, you see me take notes, right? And look, as I split the deck, I shit you not, the windfall card. The windfall card. Something I've been using ChatGPT for lately. At first I was using it as like business strategy and like coming up with ideas, and that has been really helpful. But now, because I take notes, I use it to just summarize and like make my notes sound better. Cause I like a lot of time my shorthand notes, like the notes I'm taking in between each reading, they don't always make sense. I mean, they make sense to me, but it's like extra work to go back and through and make it sound coherent or like sensible to like send out in my newsletters and stuff. So I've been using ChatGPT in those ways lately. Okay, so Cortez says that was a lot. Confidence is definitely something I'm working on. That last card has me thinking. The denial card? I don't know. The reason why I don't like that denial card is because it's like, where is the balance? Where is it? I feel that way about the unrealistic card as well. It's like, where is the line between, you know, believing and manifesting and being delulu, right? Like, where is that balance? And I think every person who is creating a better life for themselves has to be a little bit delulu, because you do have to stop focusing on the way that your life is, and you have to literally give more mental energy to how you want your life to be. That's just really how manifestation works at the end of the day. The only problem is you can't put time constraints on that, and a lot of people put time constraints on manifestation, and that's how we develop fear and concern and worry and doubt. I should do like a whole video on that, but that usually where the denial comes in at. It's a denial of how soon something can happen, because we're Americans, we want things done yesterday. So sit with it. It's not that your dream is unrealistic. It might be your timing. All right, so let us move on to Virgo. I just be making this shit up, y'all. Page of Pentacles coming out. Here we go. Can somebody tell how many people are in the room? I don't know. It's probably like 6 of y'all. How many people are in the room right now? Can somebody tell me in the live? Because I don't see that. Normally I would see that on TikTok, and I think that can be very disheartening sometimes if you're doing your live and you only see like 4 people in your room. But I'm curious to know how many people are in the room with this format. I'm curious. I don't know. Somebody let me know. The world flipping out, Virgo. Okay. Where is Virgo currently? What do they need to? Oh, 16. That's more than usual. Usually when I go live on TikTok, it's like 4 people, maybe on a good day 9. 16 is great. Okay. What does Virgo need to work on under this new moon in Scorpio? Thank you guys. You guys are so lovely. Thank you. And what is coming up for Virgo? And that's the thing, right? It's like TikTok, I don't go live often, and you have to like train TikTok, right? To like understand what you're trying to do. Anyway, thank you guys for letting me know. Here we go. Virgo, where you are. 10 of Cups. Oh wait, let me focus. Did it focus? That did not work. Okay, there we go. All right, so you are in the 10 of Cups energy. That is so lovely. 10 of Cups is dreams come true, big happy family, getting what you want. Usually the 10 of Cups is something that you've been working towards for a very long time. It is usually in relation to your relationships. So think of a dream relationship, think of a dream house, those sorts of things. But it's usually something you've been working towards for quite a while, okay? I know this card is so lovely, isn't it? So I love to see that here. Why are you experiencing a 10 of, I know one of my Virgos in the chat. I don't even know if she's still in here, but I know one of my Virgos, I know why she has the 10 of Cups here, but for the rest of you, let's see why the 10 of Cups is here. Ooh, why is this here? 10 of Cups for Virgo. Mature. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Interesting. Hold on, wait. All these people. Okay, first of all, look. First card that came out is bad health. And I don't know why, Virgo, but when I saw this, I mean, y'all saw me make a face, but part of me feels like you guys are happy that, this is gonna sound so fucked up, that somebody might have passed away. Not that I don't know what the other two cards are. But I feel like y'all might have gotten like a payout from like a will or something. That might only relate to like 2 or 3 people, but like, that's kind of hilarious. Oh my God. But also we have mature man, wealthy man, and mature woman. So it's like all these people are involved, which is kind of making me feel like something about a will is important here, or like, what is it? A power of attorney or something. Like I don't know. Something about this feels legal. That mature people would be involved, or older people would be involved. This might have to do with your parents. Some of you guys might be happy that your parents are finally moving in with you, or that you finally put a older person, like a parent, in a home, okay? Or got them a caretaker perhaps. What else for Virgo? Page of Swords. Page of Swords coming out here. Page of Swords is related to research, okay? Doing your due diligence. You've done your homework. And because you did, that paid off. But it's also connected to air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So great. We love that you're in the 10 of Cups energy. What you need to work on is 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is strategy. It is evasiveness. It is hiding, running away, being stealthy, being sneaky. But I like to look at it as being strategic. So why do you need to be strategic? Community. Okay, you need to be looking out for your family. Why is 7 of Swords here? For what Virgo needs to work on. Occupation. Okay, so we got occupation, community, and 7 of Swords. Now, this could be a message for you, Virgo, so be careful who you deal with at work. Be careful who you deal with in your professional dealings. I'm also getting a message to stay away from people. You don't need to go to all the holiday parties this season, okay? Make up an excuse if you have to. You do not need to go to all of the holiday parties this season. Now, on the flip side, I know I'm going to contradict myself here. Maybe you do need to go to some of these holiday parties to rub elbows with people you've been trying to impress. Y'all receive what message, is coming through for you. My instinct was, hey, maybe spend some more time with your family than your work. But there might be a message here that maybe you do need to, get a little FaceTime with higher ups. Okay, let's look at what's coming up for you. 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, teamwork, working together. So we got 3 of Pentacles coming up here. Why will you be working with others? Justice. Seems like you will be working with others, maybe potentially related to a legal concern. The Justice card is connected to Libra, but it's also about balance and karma and getting what you deserve. Now, it flew out reversed, and I don't use reversals in this deck, but I wonder if what you need to work on is working with others to right a wrong. That might be a wrong that was done to you, or right a wrong that was done to somebody else and you were helping. What is this? Typically, I would see the Six of Pentacles if you need to help, so I think you are the one here that is needing to resolve a matter. What is this for Virgo? Eight of Swords. You feel very stuck here. Or rather, you will. What is this for Virgo? Hierophant. Yeah, you need to get some legal assistance. You're gonna need the help of others, though. You can't do this alone. Whatever this is. What is this for Virgo? Laborer. And unexpected is here. Hold on. Okay, so we have laborer, which is about work. I feel like what is it? Workers' compensation is coming to mind, and also unexpected. Virgo, I want you guys to be very, very careful if you're working on anything related to construction. Number one, be very careful. Really adhere to all safety procedures and standards. Yeah, workers' comp seems very important here. I don't know if you will be the one filing a workers' complaint or somebody against you, or just be very careful. I think you will have the support and the help that you need, but this feels like something that you need to physically be careful about. So if you're at any places where there's work being done under this new moon, please be very, 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 very careful. Okay? Other ways this could manifest is maybe you don't have the support that you thought you needed, so you need to find other people to work with, and you will with the Justice card. Okay? Maybe somebody you hired drops out unexpectedly. That could be manifested as well. But again, you will find the right people that you need. And maybe going back to what you need to work on is why you need to be strategic. Keep your options open. If you hire somebody for something, keep a couple others in your back pocket to reach out to just in case. Because remember, we are still in a Mercury retrograde. So things that you plan for, this is the time where things are bound to go unplanned. Okay? So if you guys are Virgo, drop some comments below if that's kind of resonating, or if you can kind of see where that might be reigning true for you. I also didn't say it, but I think in my notes, I feel like I had Virgo having the best month. I just never made a video about it. Let me look. Yeah, I said great month, manifesting shit. I did. If my Virgos are watching, I didn't make a video on it, I don't think, but November's a great month for you, in my opinion. Okay, in a great place. Okay. Okay, so no notes for Virgo from what I'm seeing. You guys are good. I don't know that we had any Virgos in the chat. I don't know. I know my client was here earlier, but I don't know if anybody else hung out. Okay, so we're about to move on to Libra. Mickey says she's they're patiently waiting for Libra. I appreciate you guys waiting. Okay. Hi, Regal. Okay, we're halfway through, guys. My dog is officially sniffing around because she wants to go out. I'm glad, Bella. Thank you. I'm trying, I'm trying something new. Trying something new under this Mercury retrograde, And, honestly, this is what is a live reading? Y'all gotta help somebody in the chat, Lord. Hi, baby. Y'all, my dog is giving me the eye. She's giving me the eye. Okay. I might take a break after Libra, but I'll stay. I don't know. Because I hate, once I'm in this space, I hate to be out of the space. I hate to get out of the space, Yeah, Bella, I was super inspired by, some other creators that I follow on YouTube. And I was like, I think I could try to figure that out to try to elevate my live experience and just try to make something engaging, because we're all mini producers right now, right? So might as well level it up. Patiently waiting. I know. Okay, she's gonna have to deal. I might run downstairs to get water because I have a swig of coffee left. She's gonna have to wait because it's a whole thing. When I walk her, I've got to feed her. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be all right. Okay. So, did I change? Oh, I didn't change it to. I didn't change. Okay, we're on Libra now. Here we are. Okay, where is Libra now currently? What does Libra need to work on? A 5 of Swords coming out for you, Libra. Okay, we are up against the wall, Libra. Damn. Somebody said they're waiting for Libra, right? Or no, did I make that up? Yeah, Mickey says they're waiting for it. Okay. What does Libra need to work on? What's coming up for Libra? Okay. Oh, lovely. The 6 of Wands is here. Okay. Where you are, this is great. This is going to be a great new moon for you, Libra. You might be having the best one. Well, I don't know. You and Leo, I don't know. It might be a close call. All right. So where you are, Libra, we've got the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is community, friendships, and celebrations. And it's definitely a time where you're with or around friends and family, reconnecting with friends and family. And there are certain, because we're in the holiday season, I wouldn't be surprised if you're around those people already. However, the 5 of Swords did fall out as I was shuffling this card. So the 5 of Swords is about hard-won victory, winning at all costs, getting something done. Sometimes it's also about conflict. You may be having a conflict with a close relationship in your life at this time. Let's clarify that. Clarify where Libra is at this time. There's a lot of Libras here. I don't know I had that many Libra followers. Hey, y'all. Okay, we got Queen of Wands reversed and Ace of Cups. Okay, now this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be a relationship that you thought was over, And this, you know, the Three of Cups, it usually is a friendship, people. It usually is a friendship. But it could be romantic, okay? It feels like you're giving a friend another chance. Like you thought that you guys were no longer close, but it feels like you're trying again with them. That's what it feels like to me. Let me know if that connects. Could be fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it could also just simply be somebody who was a little withdrawn, somebody who either you or them put some distance between. Okay. Now, what you need to work on is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is dedication, mastery, and hard work. Okay. So this is like getting really good at your craft. So I am going to pick a career card here for that. Eight of Pentacles, just there's really no way around it. It's around mastery and dedication. It's about your work. It's about what you do. So what's the message for Libra here? It's about the work you put in and doing it well. We've got motivator. This seems like maybe you need to motivate yourself. That's what I'm getting from it. There's a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. You don't have to take these messages literally. It's just how this card can be interpreted. But what I'm feeling and sensing, Libra, is that you need to motivate yourself. I feel like you're talking yourself out of something. I'm not going to go for that because they're not going to look at me anyway. I'm going to get passed up. Da, 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 da. No, don't talk yourself out of something because your outcome, what's coming up for you is the Six of Wands, is victory, is success, is achievement. Now let's see where in your life you're experiencing this victory. Where are you? And sometimes the Six of Wands is recognition as well. Clarify this for Libra, what's coming up for them. Two of Swords, something that is revolving around indecision. Maybe you're waiting on a decision about you from someone else. What is this for Libra? Ten of Wands, hard work, responsibility. Clarify what this is. Whatever this is, you put in work in for Libra. What is this victory? What is this related to? Sudden wealth. You got to be kidding me. And this is very actually on track with your Mercury retrograde reading. If you guys haven't watched it, take a mental note because there's a lot of you Libras in here. It's on my website. If you click the link in my bio after this reading, go read my prediction and forecast for you for the Mercury retrograde. I put it in a blog format. I usually do video content, but I was just feeling the need to do written content for the Mercury retrograde. So I'm doing a lot of firsts this retrograde. I'm doing OBS live stream like this, and I'm doing the blog posts. Like I'm really letting this Mercury retrograde inspire me of different forms of media. So which is another tangent. Don't let other woo-woo bitches scare you into Mercury retrograde. Like, yeah, it's clickbait. I do it too. I get it. We got to get them views. We got to get the views. But it's really not that bad. If you really lean into Mercury retrograde and really understand it, it's to revisit how you've been doing things. And so I'm letting myself evolve by trying new ways of streaming and trying new ways of putting out my content. So anyway, this is in alignment with what I've predicted for you for Mercury retrograde, which is really happening all fucking month. We have about 10 days left of Mercury retrograde, 11 days left actually of Mercury retrograde. So go and read that forecast. Okay. So I love this for you, Libra. It looks like you're working on a friendship or a relationship right now that may be with somebody you've been estranged from. You need to work on your work life, okay? Don't be lazy. Don't procrastinate. Motivate yourself because it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off, baby boo. Mark my words. I'm very confident in my readings. Okay. How is that connecting, guys? If at all, I'm going to take my notes now. Isha says it's connecting. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Val joined, but I have no idea if that's my friend Val. I can't see your, I don't know unless she comments. I literally don't know. Okay. Here we go. So perfect. That is so positive, Libra. This is gonna be a lovely new moon for you. A lovely new moon. I'm excited to see all that. I bet most of y'all were bracing yourselves for some bullshit. I know you were. Just because life has been fucked up these past few months for you doesn't mean that that's how life goes for you now, Libra. Okay? Okay. All right, we're about to move on to Scorpio. Megan, you miss all Virgo. You really miss Virgo. Okay, here we go. Scorpio. All right, if you are a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, make some noise in the chats. Make some noise. I wish I had a button that goes burr, 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 burr. I wish I had one of those. Okay, where's Scorpio right now? This is a new moon in their sign. What does Scorpio need to work on? And what is coming up for Scorpios this new moon in Scorpio? What's coming up for them? All right, here we go. Oof. Okay. Well, that was a very interesting mix of quick emotions. Okay, here we go. Now, where you are, Scorpio, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It is also connected to somebody who's very ambitious, somebody who is brave, somebody who is eager to make their mark, if you will. Somebody who's very passionate about what they do, you know. I feel like I always struggle to articulate the difference between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands because they're very similar. Whereas the Knight of Swords is going very, very fast. The Knight of Wands is also going fast, not as fast, but they're both ambitious. They just have different things driving them. The Knight of Swords wants to move fast so they can get on to the next thing. The Knight of Swords wants to move fast because they want to move on to the next thing. The Knight of Wands wants to move fast because they want recognition. I've never explained it that way before, but I hope that made sense. Scorpio. But that might not be how Knight of Wands is coming up for you here. So let's clarify why Knight of Wands is here for you, Scorpio, right now. Who is this? It is connected to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got house here. So something to do with your home, which is we do also have the tower. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump and go ahead and show you. We do have the tower here, Scorpio. We do have the tower here. I know I ain't even gonna hold you. Now, when I look at the tower, I do connect it to home. So we've got something going on with your home. Okay, I don't really know what's happening yet, but we're gonna figure it out. Maybe you're looking for a home. Maybe you're looking for a new place to stay. I am seeing that it looks like, because what's coming up for you, I'm jumping around a bit. We do have the Two of Cups, which is what's coming up for you. This is partnership and unions. I wouldn't be surprised, Scorpio, if you are entertaining the idea of moving in with somebody, or if you're in an established relationship, you guys moving together or something like that, finding a new home. But let's just dig a little deeper. Let me see what's going on here. So where's Scorpio right now? What's going on with them? Okay, concern. Yeah, we've got concern. You're really concerned about your home situation for some reason. Why is that? Why is Scorpio concerned about their home, about where they're going to be? We've got nine of wands here. Because you've been, I think you're at your last straw. Maybe you're down on your savings. Maybe you're not sure if you're going to be able to meet rent, make a lease, a mortgage payment. Trying to find new ways of making money. The Nine of Wands is resilience. I am hearing Airbnb, like some of you guys are trying to figure out how to make your house profitable. That sounds like a message here. Okay, so there's a concern regarding a physical building. It may not be your home, but it most likely is, but it could be related to some other building, okay? So why is this in the position of 1124? Is that Sagittarius? I think that's Sagittarius. Or is that Scorpio? Now, going back to what you need to work on, we've got the tower. Under this new moon, we've got to work on your tower. Thank you, Angel. Why is the tower here? Hierophant. This could be related to work. Maybe things are not going well at work. I feel like, Scorpio, you're like low-key bracing yourself to have a backup job. Are we low-key bracing ourselves for a backup job? Is that what's going on? Sagittarius. Wait, why is this what they need to work on? We have journey. Help me understand this. What Scorpio needs to work on. We have the therapist and the matriarch. This is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody, this is earth sign and water sign energy. The Hierophant is earth sign energy. Excuse me, the Hierophant is Taurus. And you need to go find support, Scorpio. There's a situation that's falling apart in your life and you need to go find support. You literally need to go find help. And the Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles could be the ones that help you do it. Okay, a water sign and a fire sign. I think there are two important women in your life that are going to help you in some way. Yeah, I don't know why. I literally feel like you need to go travel to explain a situation to people, to somebody. And it may not even be far. It may just be local in your own town or whatever, but you need to like explain the situation. Like, this is what I'm in, this is what I'm going through, and this is how I need your help. They will help you. Okay? They're going to help you. Two of Swords. Or excuse me, Two of Cups. What else with the Two of Cups here? What's coming up for Scorpio? Five of Cups. I really feel like you're in a bad spot. You're in a bad spot, Scorpio. What you got for Two of Cups? Okay, but like again, you're going to, now there might be an emphasis on a trip here. The Three of Wands is, you know, the suitcases and everything, the journey here. This is a reach, but if you've been sad, maybe you'll take a trip with one other person, maybe like a little romantic getaway, maybe like a way to end Scorpio season for you. It feels like this birthday season has been rough for you. I don't know that this has been your best birthday because it feels like you're juggling a lot. I don't even want to say juggling. It feels like you're under pressure. again, regarding a piece of home or real estate. So you need to find new connections to help you. You will find them, and you will likely end up traveling once everything is all said and done. That's what it feels like to me, Scorpio. Let me know if that's connecting. I don't know that we had anybody in the chat. Tierra on YouTube, hi. How are you? Oh, you're gonna wait for Pisces, right? Perfect. Let me know if that's connecting, guys. So I'm gonna take my notes. Hi, Des. How are you? Let me know. First of all, let me know if you were listening specifically for Scorpio. And somebody tell me how many people are in the chat. Y'all know I don't know. Somebody tell me. I gotta play with these OBS settings because I'm sure something tells me how many people are in my room. I'm sure. But I don't know what they are yet. It's like, it feels like immediately after you guys handle this situation, you guys are immediately taking like a late birthday trip. Scorpio. That's how it feels to me. That's how it feels to me. Oh, there was a card I missed. What is it? Science. Six of Swords. Transition. The Six of Swords is turning point. This is a turning point for you, Scorpio. I don't know that I really felt like that was connected about love, but Scorpio, if you want to know what I predicted for your love life, that's going to be on my membership where I break down the whole, all of the signs. And I finally, if you guys are light keepers, I finally last night went through all of them, finally put the chapters and everything, because I did them live. I did them live this month, and I didn't do it all edited like I normally did, but I finally went back and made it cute and made it pretty. Okay, Desiree said her daughter's Scorpio. Desiree, I can't really see your icon, but are you one of my clients that's a Pisces? I don't remember. I don't know. I can't tell with this icon. Okay. Okay, hi. Okay, I thought so. See, I be remembering, y'all. I be remembering. Okay, I be knowing who be in my who be up in my my socials. Okay, this would be a good time to. I think I'm gonna close this window. Let me see. Simulate. I don't even know if I could do this. I'm just trying to play with things. Hold on. I think this is only for YouTube. Let's see. I don't think I can do this for TikTok. I've subscribed. Let's just shout out some new subscribers to my YouTube. I don't know if it's going to do it. Did it do it? I don't know. I guess it's not doing it. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to learn this damn program. Okay. I guess it's not working. That's fine. Let's move on. Okay, so we're going to go on to Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Some people were waiting for Sagittarius. So if you are a Sagittarius, make some noise in the chat. Okay, here we go. Angel, love it. Love it, love it. Desiree said Sag Moon, love it. DV said let's go. You guys are so good. Okay, the Five of Wands coming out. Five of Wands is competition. Okay, do we feel like we on some bitches next? Are we on some bitches next? Are we coming for people's titles? Sagittarius, where we at? How are we feeling? Okay, what else just jumped out? Four of Swords, but at the same time, we're unbothered. Okay, okay. DB, okay, here we go. Where is Sagittarius right now? Where are they in life? What does Sag need to work on? And what's coming up for Sag? Oh, this is a lovely Sag. How lovely. Okay. Where you are, we have the Fool. The Fool is about fresh starts and new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. That is so lovely. Okay, so we've got some fresh starts happening here. Why and how? I want to use the Light Seers Tarot. Why do we have a fresh start here? Clarify this for Sagittarius. Oh, look, the Five of Wands again, and the King of Swords reversed. Five of Wands. You see why I say that's about competition? I don't really like how the Street Priestess card represents the Five of Wands, but I love how the Light Seers represents it. Stepping on necks, literally about to just, you know? So it feels like Sagittarius, I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are in a position where you recently got a promotion and you were maybe in competition with one other person, or maybe in competition for a property, or maybe in competitions for a car. Like, I don't know, maybe got in an eBay battle, I don't know. But you were fighting for something. And it seems to me that you succeeded, because now we're in this position. If you're not already in the fresh start, you're preparing for the fresh start. Now, the King of Swords is here, so this is reversed. It's related to the air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But, hold on. But it is also related to being wise and being cerebral. When it's reversed, oftentimes you feel confused. So I wouldn't be surprised here after all of that, Sagittarius, if you're wondering if you made the right decision. There's really no second guessing yourself. Now you are where you are. So I would really just let that go. If you've been like, damn, did I make the right choice? Like, what you gonna do about it now? I don't really feel like you're in a position where you can go back, to be honest. I don't really feel like that's, like, you just got to focus on what's in front of you, babe. All right, what you need to work on. Four of Wands, domestic harmony, celebrations, and balance. Okay, let's clarify. Let's dig a little deeper. I almost want a deck for the home. I need to make a note of that. Like, I want cards specifically for the home. I think I would like that. I think I would really, really like that deck. I'm going to do some search on Etsy if I can find a deck like that. Clarify, please, Four of Wands for Sagittarius. Okay, look, occupation and community. Didn't another card have this? Maybe it was a Virgo. Okay, look, so what you need to work on, we need community, we need family. There might be a message here to take a step back from work, Sagittarius. Might be a message to take a step back from work and spend more time with your family, with your home. You need to really consider your work-life balance right now. I know it's the holidays, so depending on what industry you're in, you're either pushing, or you are, you know, taking a break. I feel personally like so misaligned with that, because for holidays, see, I was literally just thinking today, I was like, oh, like I should just kind of like slow. I always prefer to slow down in December, But because of the nature of my work, it's like, for social media in general, people are looking for like annual forecasts and they want to see what's coming up for 2026. And I'm just like, I just want to get my taxes together. Like I want to like focus on personal things, but depending on what industry you're in, like imagine people in retail right now, they got to push to get sales, right? So it depends. It might be hard. I'm saying all that to say, Sagittarius, it's easier said than done, depending on your industry, but really try to make some time for your family so they don't feel neglected, okay? Or your home in general. Now, what's coming up for you? We have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy in case that's important, but the Hierophant is connected to organizations, institutions, churches, hospitals, universities, that sort of thing. I don't know why my nose is so itchy, guys. Sorry. Why is the Hierophant here? For Sagittarius, what's coming up? I don't know if you guys saw that card. Probably not. Mature woman is here. This could be a mature female that is a Taurus, potentially. Why is this here, the Hierophant? Tower. Again. Now the Tower keeps falling out reversed. So I'm going to show it to you reversed. The Tower, when it's reversed, it represents two things. Either disaster avoided, or a personal, like, personal spiritual journey. Like you're reassessing all of the things you once believed. You're having a, like, not necessarily a midlife crisis, but like you're reevaluating your beliefs on a personal level. And when I say beliefs, I don't mean like, it could be religion, but it's like, if you've always done things a certain way, and especially connected to the Hierophant is connected to the tried and true, what is conventional. If you might be going through a period of like, why have I always gone after this type of job? And why have I always gone after these type of partners? It might be that kind of thing that you're wrestling with under this new moon in Scorpio, challenging your belief systems. I feel like there's pressure to conform, Sagittarius, that will come up. And I want you to be real and give yourself time and grace to, number one, feel free that you don't have to give people answers right away. Because I'm getting the sense of like peer pressure. I'm getting a little bit of peer pressure here. Like, join us. Come, be one of us. And that's why I feel like you're having this kind of like, I don't know if I want to fuck with y'all. You know, that kind of energy. What is this about for Sagittarius? Oh, look, 5 of Swords reverse coming out, which oftentimes is like ending conflict. Why is this here for Sagittarius? And we have the Hangman and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of like uncertainty, I feel, that you have under this new moon in Scorpio, because it feels like you have taken a leap of faith. Now you feel stuck. But a lot of times the Hangman is just allowing you to gain perspective. And then we have the 4 of Cups here. You see how she's being offered that cup and she doesn't notice that she's even touching it? Be careful that first of all, number one, be conscious to express gratitude for the blessings you've prayed for, that you now have. That's coming through. I'm hearing Gretchen Riener. You can't sit with us. Again, there's some pressure of conformity here. So I really feel like that's what you're going to be wrestling with under this new moon in Scorpio. You've started a new path, and now you love the path that you're on, but you are being guided to discern whether or not you want to stay with these people. Okay, Jace, are you able to do that? Are you able to rewatch Cancer? Is that possible, JC? I didn't even know YouTube lets you do that. Okay, what is this for Sagittarius, please? Give me a grounding message for Sagittarius. What is the guide? Oh, what is the wisdom? What is the guidance for Sagittarius? Okay, look. I said, okay, I be knowing. Look. We've got community and a woman holding a coin reversed. Now, when a woman holding a coin comes out, it is usually a message that you need to be careful about somebody in your business, somebody related to you professionally that does not have your best interest at heart. Okay, so, or somebody that doesn't give you an opportunity or something like that. And then we have community reverse. I'm going to read that card because there definitely feels like a big conversation on who you fuck with right now. That seems important. Ooh! Sorry, I just felt something on my ankle and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Okay, what does that mean spiritually, y'all? What are ankles related to? I don't know. Here I go. There's signs and wonders and everything, right? I'm like, what does that mean? I don't know. For me, I'm like, careful where you step, careful what you dip your toe into. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Reverse. This card reverse. I'm looking at the community card. Here's the card upright, by the way. This card reverse indicates feelings of isolation and perhaps loneliness. There may have been a recent disconnection with old associations or even a disillusion of some wider partnership. This may result in feelings of loss and grief, but take heart. It is often the case that as you shift your energy into a higher vibration, you may find that you no longer resonate with old acquaintances the way you used to. Didn't I say? I said there's peer pressure and you're being called to reevaluate who you fuck with. I be saying, if that is the case, it may be time to move on to more resonant associations. Let yourself network in ways that reflect your higher intentions. Meditation groups, classes, book clubs, and the like are all places you may meet new acquaintances that are in closer harmony to you. You needn't allow your isolation to continue. It may take some conscious effort on your part, but now is the time to reconnect, network, and gain the sense of support that you were looking for. Okay. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that message? I'm going to take my notes. I'm taking my notes. How do we feel about that message, guys? Okay. Okay, Angel says on point. Thank you for the gifts. Confirmation, more meditation needed, finding my spiritual community. Thank you, love and respect. You're so welcome. And you always have a community here. You really do. You really, really do. And okay, I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at all the things. Okay, put that up there. I'll put this here. Any last comments on Sag before we move on to... Before we move on to... I feel like I haven't sang in a while now that I think about it. Wow, really haven't thought... I don't think I've really sang in a long time. Like really like... I'm usually singing in my car like belting songs, but I don't think I've really like sang a tune in like a few weeks. I feel like... That's an interesting observation. Okay. All right. We're moving on to Capricorn. Where are we? Hold on. Whoops. Capricorn. Okay. Okay, who's still with me? How many people are still hanging out in TikTok? And I have no idea. I think I can check YouTube, but I don't have a window open for TikTok because like I mentioned, I'm trying to not limit my what you call it? Okay. I can't really tell how many people are in YouTube. I don't know if that information is accurate. Capricorn, yeah, if you're a Capricorn, make some noise in the chat. If you're a Capricorn. And what are your creations? Let the people know. What are your creations? What do you create? Sasha, I see you. My dog is getting very impatient, so I need to hurry up. She does this like really low and silent like sigh, and it's so passive aggressive. And she has, if she has an emergency, she can go somewhere, but she don't want to go. She wants to wait on me to take her out, which I get. Okay, but just listen. Just give me a minute. Where's Capricorn right now? You used to make journals. What happened? And what does Capricorn need to work on? And what is coming up for Capricorn? Interesting. You know, I don't know if Capricorn or Amma or whoever was in here. Earlier, I was talking about the difference between the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And we have both of these cards here for you. Hi, Toya. Okay. So, Knight of Wands, Capricorn. All right, so fire sign energy here. This is where you are, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a message that you are in a space of ambition. You're wanting to prove yourself. You're passionate. You're ready to hit the ground running. This, like I said, this can connect to a fire sign, but I don't think that's the message here. We've got child flipping out of the deck here. Maybe wanting to do something for your child, wanting to... If you have children, sometimes the child card does represent new beginnings and innocence and purity. Main female here. I am picking up on like single mom energy. Maybe somebody's really working hard as a single mom. What do you have for Capricorn? Where Capricorn is right now. Okay, 2 cards. 3 cards. We've got work hard in silence, explorer, and change. Okay. Now, I'm going to read these cards. You don't have to take literally, but you can take them into consideration. Okay. All right. So, change. There's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see any movement, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes to see change, you must be the change. Keep trying. This is explore. Keep trying. There are no mistakes, just opportunities to learn and grow. You may be called to explore careers that match your fearlessness and curiosity. You may need to go wandering and trust the unknown. That is where the magic lies. Guys, hold on one second. I feel like this is... just checking things on YouTube, sorry. Thank you, Akemi. Thank you. I'm trying to, you know, level it up. Don't mind the unfocus right now. It's for a reason. All right, so first of all, I know, so if you guys really follow me, you guys know my sister's a Capricorn. So I know some Capricorns in my life. I'm seeing my video glitching and it's annoying me. So I'm trying to just make sure that like you guys see this cleanly. Hold on, guys, because I want to make sure this message doesn't get lost in the ethers with Mercury being retrograde. Let me see. Hold on. Where have I been? I've been here. Don't you get my emails, Joy? And my mom asked about you. Anyway, we're going to have to connect. Anyway. So Capricorn, listen. I feel like you are in a space, especially for the single moms, you're in a place where you are exploring careers, you're exploring a change, you're wanting to see what else is out there. I'm surprised you don't have the Page of Wands, but the Knight of Wands is still very prevalent because you're like, yeah, I want to see what's out there. I want to get something that my child will make me proud of. It's giving very much like single mom energy. I'm going to do what makes my child proud. And again, work hard in silence. Not a lot of people know what you're going through right now. Not a lot of people. But you're very ambitious. You're moving quietly and you're preparing for a change. What you need to work on, Capricorn, is the Fool. The Fool is a fresh start, a new beginning. Okay? Let's see what else comes out around the Fool. Unexpected income. We love it. We love it. Capricorn, whatever you're working towards, whatever that you are trying to, you know, manifest or attract at this time, you're going to get it because you're exploring. What I feel, you're looking for a job change and you're going to attract it. And I feel that somebody's going to offer you more than what you expected. Okay? A fresh start. I mean, this is Scorpio season. It's the time of rebirth. It's the time for change. So you're doing that in your work life. I mean, which is very fitting for a Capricorn, right? All right. So what's coming up for you is the Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is also going fast. So right now you're just like wanting to prove yourself. And then once you land that new fresh start, you're going to be moving very, very quickly. Let's see what else comes out around the Knight of Swords. Okay, interesting. False person is coming out. Knight of Swords. What else you got for Capricorn? Change again. This is interesting. Now, I feel when this card is revealed, somebody that you thought had your back does not, and you're going to be moving on from them very quickly. It feels like somebody is taking off a mask, and then once they reveal themselves, you're wanting to move on from them quickly. What is coming up for Capricorn? Hangman. Changing perspective. Hangman. What is coming up for Capricorn? And then finally the Chariot, which is moving on, advancing. Also Cancer energy as well. Overcoming obstacles. Somebody will not have your back the way that you thought they would. Capricorn. So I want you to just be very prepared for that. Very, very prepared for that. Because it might blindside you a little bit. But you're gonna quickly adjust, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. I'm seeing like a race. This is literally what Spirit just showed me. I'm seeing a race and somebody's playing dirty. And imagine that somebody shoved you and made you stumble and affected your speed. But then that kind of like pissed you off. And so you ran harder and you still won. That's literally what I just saw in my mind's eye. Okay. All right. Interesting. So don't let somebody throw you off your game. You are on track, okay? That's the enemy trying to throw you off, right? Okay, how are we feeling about this message, Capricorn? Let me read some comments. Okay, so on TikTok, okay, Amma says you stopped. Nobody was buying them. Aw, I'm sorry. Maybe you just had the wrong market. Will this be on YouTube? Yes, this will be on YouTube. I'm streaming it on YouTube now, but I'm also recording this straight from OBS. So this will be on YouTube, yes. Jessica says she's a Cap, he's a Leo. Oh, okay, the fire sign, Knight of Wands. Okay. Joy said, where have you been? I'm here, girl. I ain't really been live, but I'm trying, Opening a convenience store sounds crazy. That sounds like intense. And Jessica says, fake friend. Okay, she didn't what? I did try to sabotage. Oh gosh, try to sabotage your relationship. That feels intense. And thank you, Akemi, for confirming that you see me. That seems intense. Okay, I'm going to take my notes. You guys kind of sit on that reading for Capricorn. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing more comments. Very on point. Okay. Desiree said flowers. She didn't blindside me. She just knew. She didn't blindside me. Didn't know she was telling my business, trying to ruin. That is terrible. I hope you did part ways with her or get some distance between that person. Look, luck for you, Capricorn. Okay. Okay, we're putting that back. Girl, I hear you and I see you, but you need to relax. Passive aggressive ass dog. I'm almost done. Okay, so we're about to move on to Aquarius. All right, just two more, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, where's Aquarius right now? I I'm an Aquarius rising. I've been paying a lot more attention to my rising sign lately. I'm paying a lot more attention. I know all astrologists are like, watch your rising, watch your rising. But I'm just such a Leo, like through and through, that I've always just focused on that. But now I'm like, yeah, maybe I should pay more attention to my rising. Hi, girl Toby. Hi. Okay. What does Aquarius need to work on this new moon, and okay, the Tower coming out for Aquarius, okay. And what's coming up for Aquarius? Interesting. We're definitely going to have to clarify quite a lot. Aquarius, this new moon feels like it has you in a chokehold. If you're an Aquarius, make some noise. Okay, girl Troby says hi. If you're Aquarius, make some noise in the chat. Okay. Is it, I want to say Troby, but it's Toby. Am I saying that right, Toby? Okay, here we go. Current self, 9 of Wands, Aquarius. We are just trying to survive, Lord. 9 of Wands is resilience and perseverance, okay? And the 9 of Wands is like, I really like it in the Light Seers Tarot. And interestingly enough, I actually was at a Halloween party years ago that I was booked for, and this card caught on fire, but it didn't completely burn through. And I'm like, that is, of course, because that's the energy of the fucking card. I might be a little battered, but I might be down, but I'm not out. You know, that's the energy of 9 of Wands. So I will find it for you, Aquarius. Please hold. It's usually easy to spot, but these cards are a little stuck together. They're a little stuck together. I don't know why I'm not looking. Whatever. I'm here now. Halfway through this damn deck. Hold on. Okay, here it is. All right, so you see how all of her sticks have burned down and she's got one left? That's you, Aquarius. That's you in this current state, okay? You're on your last straw. Now, why are you here? Why have you gotten to this place, Aquarius? Gift. Okay, interesting. Now this could be, maybe there's a gift that you were pursuing that has been stressful. Maybe you were given a gift that you feel you need to pay back or owe somebody. What is this? Well, clarify this for Aquarius. Why is Aquarius here in the 9 of Wands energy? Despair. I knew this was going to come out. Despair. Not hiring, we're broke, down, busted. The dog ain't got no damn food or water. We just doing our best, Lord. Yeah, the Aquarius is stressed. Aquarius is stressed. Arguably, that's everybody, but it seems Aquarius is more so than others. Aquarius is not having a good time. Now, what you need to work on is death. Okay, the death card does represent the sign of Scorpio, in case that's important to you, but it is also connected to endings and transformation. This whole new moon is in the sign of Scorpio, so this whole new moon is going to feel like a reset for you. And then we've got the Tower, which fell out while I was shuffling. So this is related to upheaval, chaos, and sudden change. So please clarify this for Aquarius. Please, what Aquarius needs to work on. So we have the Child here, again, embracing something new, pure, innocent. Clarify this for Aquarius, please. What is it they need to work on? Courtship. Okay, maybe needing to work with other people or entertain some other connections or partnerships. I am going to use the Healing Heart Journey for this. Clarify what Aquarius needs to work on, please. Sweet release. Again, what do we need to release, Aquarius? Still hooking up, mostly about the sex. Keep your heart. Now, this deck is specifically related to like love and relationships, but receive it if it feels like it relates to platonic business, friendships, or just situations in your life that you need to release. Okay.
I still don't feel like we have the utmost clarity on that. Can you clarify, please, for Aquarius? What Aquarius needs to work on? What needs to end? What massive transformation they need to make? Okay, action is flipping out, but that's not really what I wanted. There's a couple of other cards that fell out. Clarify this for Aquarius, please. Woman holding a heart. Interesting. Okay, I'll read this. Notice that the number was 44. At 44 minutes to 4, an angel come knocked on my door. Okay. The woman on this card wears a butterfly in her hair, holds a lovely large heart in her hands. For a woman, this card upright could be a reflection of your own state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, or it might be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. You're an intuitive woman who understands the emotions of life, and you're bringing that awareness to all that you do. This card upright could also indicate the presence of a female friend, teacher, or confidant who's here to help with issues of love, family, or emotion. This is an even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could also portend a new love, interest, or friend coming your way. Okay, I don't really feel that, but I mean, hey, you receive it if it resonates, Aquarius. Because remember, action came out too. This could just likely be, you know, I'm just really looking at it. I hate to always bring things back to relationships, but that's what people care about, money and honey. We need to just release this relationship that we've been pursuing, right? If that resonates. Let's keep going. And what's coming up for you is the Seven of Wands. This is maintaining control, okay? So if your life feels, you know, if you really resonate with the imagery of this card, you will be able to maintain. Whenever the Seven of Wands appears, you're going to be able to maintain control. You're going to be able to, you know, maintain whatever your situation is around you. Clarify this for Aquarius, please. Yeah. Especially related to work, especially if your issues are finance related, you're either going to get work that you need to maintain your current level of income, or you're going to be thrown a lifeline. Yeah, house, I'm seeing house lovers, and a lot of cards. Aquarius, there is dead weight you've been carrying for quite a long time. I'm just channeling here. There is dead weight that you've been carrying for quite a long time. And it's literally just like, if not now, when? I don't know that you'll have a better time to cut the cord, especially in terms of relationships with people. I don't know that you'll have a better time in this Scorpio season. And like the way I'm seeing it is like, this is so specific that this is how Spirit is showing it to me. But like imagine, this is literally how I'm seeing it. Imagine like you're a hunter and you made a kill, like you found a rabbit. And that rabbit, I don't know if anybody watches Alone, but sometimes like they will tie their kill like around their waist or something. You're letting that dead rabbit drag, and it's getting all the dirt and it's getting all the grovel, and now you're gonna have to clean this before you even eat it, you know, absorbing all this more bacteria and stuff. It's like there's something dead that's not even viable, and you need to cut it off. You need to let it go. You need to let the vultures handle it. That's what I'm seeing, Aquarius. That's how I'm seeing. Like, you connect that how it connects for you. But this new moon, you have to, and I think this is connected to fear, given that your outcome is the Seven of Wands and the occupation. This is most likely connected to a fear that if you let this go, you will not be provided for. That's a limiting belief that you're telling yourself. If you'll be able to let this thing or this person go and still be fine. Okay? So let me know if that's connecting for you in the chat, Aquarius. Thank you, Tang. Done with Taurus. Yes, my dear. We are done with Taurus, but this will be available for replay on YouTube. I don't even know if I can upload a video this long to TikTok. And quite frankly, I don't know that TikTokers would even venture to watch a video this long. Okay, let me make my notes. Okay, got my notes for Aquarius. Now we're on to Pisces. Last but not least, our Pisces. But I'm happy to receive any comments that come through for Aquarius. I'm reading. Okay, my Pisces. If you're a Pisces, make some noise. Make some noise in the chat. So patiently waiting, Desiree. So patient. Okay, Washington. Hi. Lakeisha. I have so many Pisces followers. And any Pisces on Tiara is a Pisces, but I don't know if she's still here. Tiara on YouTube, you with us? You with us? The best for last. Yes, the best for last. When will these be posted? You know, Bella, I've never streamed through OBS before. So I'm recording the actual feed through OBS. So I'm not going to, like, YouTube obviously is recording this, but YouTube is going to be recording any glitches. So I'm going to be uploading whatever I'm recording straight from the feed, so that if there was any lags, hopefully that won't re-upload those lags, if that makes sense. So I don't know how large that file is. So really, it really just depends on how big that file is, but it will most likely be up by tomorrow on my YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed, feel free to check out my YouTube content and become a subscriber. Here we go. Where's Pisces currently, Spirit? What does Pisces need to work on? And what is coming up for Pisces under this new moon in Scorpio, please? All right. Oh, this is a lovely new moon for you, Pisces. Okay. Now, what's interesting is you have 3 major arcana. You might be the only sign to have had 3 major arcana cards. And if you don't know the difference between major arcana and minor arcana in the tarot is the major themes. So the first half of the deck, 0 through 21, the Fool through the World. And then the minor arcana are the Pentacles, Cups, Swords, and Wands, and all the court cards. So those are like the details, I like to say, related to these major themes of the major arcana. So all 3 of yours are major. So that means for you, Pisces, this is a significant time for you, number 1. And this is a time for you that you're going to be experiencing significant change. And to me, it looks quite positive. So let's get started. So we've got the Temperance here for where you are. Temperance does represent Sagittarius energy, in case that's important. It's also connected to balance and compromise and patience, meeting in the middle. And temperance is also moderation as well, especially in relation to like addictions and things like that. Like kind of with abstaining, if you will. A lot of people associate temperance with alchemy as well. To clarify where Pisces is at this time, please. Where's Pisces at this time? Distant Horizons coming out. Oh, Tiara, you are still with us. Hi, I was wondering if you're with us. Okay. Now, you might be traveling. Honestly, sooner than most for the Thanksgiving holiday if you celebrate. You might be waiting on travel plans or waiting to hear about travel, or maybe even choosing to, maybe still trying to figure out who you're going to spend your time with this Thanksgiving, who you're going to travel to see. You might not have figured that out, but what else? What else is here related to the Temperance, please, for Pisces? We got the Ace of Swords here, clarity, information, communication. My dog just went downstairs, and I swear to God, if she has an accident downstairs, I'm gonna have a fit. I don't think she would do that. I don't think she would. She would stomp at me before she did that. Okay. I also feel, now I did, if you guys follow my, Desiree, I know you are a subscriber on YouTube. You know, I did mention something about travel for this month. I'm going back to my monthly forecast. I said you guys were traveling this month for sure. I mean, granted, everybody's traveling, but you guys might be traveling for different reasons. I don't know. Yeah. It says also high potential for travel, what looks like near the end of the month. It may not be just for Thanksgiving. So anyway, you're maybe trying to put the pieces together and how you can do that, how you can travel, how you can also kind of restore yourself through this a little bit. I also feel, what I started to say is I feel that somebody invited you on a trip as well, and you may still be considering it, may still be mulling it over, but it does feel like it is far away, okay? It does feel like it's far, okay? All right, so let's keep going. What you need to work on, we have the Empress here. Empress is related to motherhood. It is sometimes connected with the sign of Cancer. It is connected to feminine energy, yin energy, receiving energy. It's also connected to abundance and luxury. So let's see why it's here for you and what you need to work on. Maybe you need to work on your parenting. Maybe you need to work on your parenting style. What you got here for Pisces, for Empress? Why is this here for Pisces? Sudden wealth. You're another sign getting sudden wealth. Like I said, abundance. Now, this is, excuse me, I just burped. Now, this is in the position of what you need to work on. So this is most likely you needing to work on getting into a flow state to receive. Now, Pisces, that's not generally hard for you, in my personal opinion, but you may be feeling, because we are in such masculine energy right now under the sign of Scorpio, you may be feeling the need to do something. So even though you're under a water sign and you're usually very compatible with that, you may be feeling pressure to like do something. Like, I've got to do, you just need to receive right now. Let's see what else you have for, look, leadership and counselor coming out. Now, Pisces, you know I talk about this all the time. You guys are the natural counselors of the zodiac. And I really stole that from somebody else. There's like a black guy who talks about astrology all the time, but he's actually a therapist. And he talked about that once. I don't know if you guys, you've probably seen his videos. He's always wearing like a bandana or something. He has like a nose ring. I love him. And he talks about that, how Pisces is the therapist, and I completely agree. Okay, these don't have to be taken literally, but I'm going to read the messages anyway. So leadership. It's time for you to step up into the leadership role of your own life. You can expect to succeed in any leadership positions. Your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. Now remember, the Empress is in charge. She is powerful. So again, maybe stepping into that is hard for you right now. Maybe you don't see yourself as a leader. Try to start envisioning yourself as that way in this season of your life. Okay, Counselor, maybe a time for some emotional healing of your own or release the past. Careers in counseling, psychic work, or energy healing may appeal to you. Your mental or emotional troubles could be blocking your abundance. I think we have some money blocks right now, Pisces, to be honest. I think you got some money blocks. So I really do encourage you to kind of work through those. Work on your limiting beliefs around money. And literally just typing that phrase in on YouTube, you will find so much free content on how to do that. So, and that's like not something you just do one and done. It's a constant, healing your money blocks is a constant thing. It's a constant thing because your triggers and financial traumas come from your upbringing. Okay. All right. So what's coming up for you is the High Priestess. I love that. The High Priestess is divinely connected. She is very intuitive. She's making making intuitive decisions. She's also sometimes secretive as well. Maybe withholding things that she feels like only she's, it's a need to know basis kind of thing. She gives information on a need to know basis. Why is the High Priestess here for, okay, judgment, hold on. Judication is coming out. And this is like, I look at this as the Justice card. And maybe you are stepping into that counselor role for someone in your life, Pisces. More so than usual. Maybe you're going out of your way to heal a relationship. What do you have for Pisces here and what they need to work on? Get away. The message for travel is so real, okay? The message for travel is so real, okay? Take a break, get clear. Time apart is needed. Long distance affair. Random message, but if any of you guys are involved in a long distance connection, you may realize that somebody has not been as forthcoming as you thought, or your suspicions are being confirmed regarding a long distance love affair. Please confirm what you got for High Priestess. Why is that here for Pisces, for what's coming up for them? Why is the High Priestess here? Eight of Wands. Again, a message of travel. The Eight of Wands is very closely connected to travel. Guys, you're traveling. I don't know how else to tell you. This is really on track with my end of month reading. And you might be listening to this right now and be like, Whitney, I'm not traveling. What the fuck? I'm telling you, by some act of God, you will be traveling. You will be traveling. I'm just surprised that it's here with the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Hold on, let's look. Let's look. there's so many messages here. I'm trying to decide which definition most relates to you right now. Signal that you're being called to embrace the divine feminine, which is the Empress. Your connection to your intuition, compassion, empathy, and inner wisdom. Vital for you to balance and integrate your masculine and feminine energies. And presence of the High Priestess signals that your sacred feminine needs your attention right now. Feel rather than think. Collaborate rather than compete. Create rather than destroy. Trust your divine feminine energy, even if the masculine energy around you may appear to be stronger. Ooh, that's deep. Be proud of your ability to nurture, trust, sense, and empathize instead of hiding it away. Ooh, that's good. Be proud of your ability to nurture, trust, sense, and empathize instead of hiding it away. Why this is related to traveling is interesting. It might be on a trip. Look, first of all, High Priestess and Eight of Wands. Taking swift action based on a gut instinct. Okay. It might be that you find kind of more enlightenment at this time through a trip, through overseas. Why is the High Priestess here for Pisces? Marriage. Seems very much to do with a relationship. Maybe you're traveling with a significant other or to a significant other. Even if it doesn't feel like the right time, Pisces, I think you should take this trip anyway, if I'm being honest. Sometimes, you know, what's logical isn't always what our spirit needs. You know? All right, how is that connecting, guys? I've been looking at comments. Desiree said she would love a break. Washington Dice said hi. Hi, Dice. Yeah, what do you guys think? How does that connect with you? While I take my notes. What I'm getting from this reading, Pisces, between the High Priestess and the Empress, it's like you really need to like step into your power. Like you may have seen, and I feel like you guys get this message a lot, but like it's really coming back around, this Mercury retrograde and this new moon in Scorpio. Your ability to be intuitive and to make intuitive decisions and to use that third eye is a superpower, and you can use it in your leadership, in your parenting, in your work life, in your friendships, in your community. You can use it to your advantage, but for whatever reason you're not. And maybe you're not, it's that maybe you've hidden it away, or maybe you feel shy to do that. Maybe like you need to feel empowered to use that gift. Reprogram yourself as well as someone who receives money all the time just because. If you guys follow me on YouTube, there's a couple channels that I link to the bottom of my YouTube that I like. It's Roxy Lee, because I like her manifestation coaching style. And it's Cutie Meditations. Cutie Meditations are so good because she makes a lot of subliminal audios. And I link them on purpose because I think they really, those channels really support, I don't want to say they support, they feel like good additions to my work as a tarot reader. So really check out those channels if you're trying to do that, because I'm just somebody who leans into manifestation work. So yeah, look into that. Look into that. Okay. All right, let me read some comments here. Also started dating. Yes. Okay, wait, hold on. I have been out in multiple situations that are making me step to my power. Perfect. I just became a Girl Scout trooper leader. That is so cute for young teen girls, and I want to be the best I can. I love that for you. Started dating, put in multiple. I love that. You know, I lived in Savannah, Georgia for a long time, which I think is where the Girl Scouts started. So there were Girl Scouts all the time in Savannah, Georgia. All the time, all the troops taking trips to Savannah, Georgia, because there was like a house. There's like the Girl Scout house that they tore, and that was like a whole big thing. Put in multiple ... D7th. Hi. I don't even know how many people are in YouTube. I don't know. I'm afraid to click anything else because I don't want my connection to get ruined. I don't know. I have to remember my power and boundaries when it comes to dating. Yes. And you know I've told you that. You know I've told you that. I remember that we talked about that in our session, but I have to look at my notes. Because I feel like I predicted something around your love life, but I don't remember what it is right now. I have to go to my notes and check. Hi, D7. Okay. Guys, thank you, Pisces. So let's go ahead and get into our closing notes. Okay, so, you know, in short, I feel like the signs that are likely to have a rough go of it might be Aries, but I've been saying that for a while. Oh, Kayla, thank you. I don't really ever feel like I used to go live that much. Maybe last year I feel like I used to go live on TikTok, but anyway, let me stay on track. All right, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a rough new moon for Aries. Taurus, you need to kind of take a big bite of humble pie and, you know, ask for somebody to take you back. Is it what it's maybe job related, maybe relationship related, is what it feels like. Gemini, I don't know that I took notes for you, Gemini. I'm looking at notes that feel old, so I might have missed taking Gemini's notes. Oops. And maybe it was because I was so, like, your reading felt so scared or so scattered. Surrender card. You had the surrender card, and I was saying you're obsessing about a lot of things. So you just need to find things to ease your mind. I'll go back and look at what I said for Gemini. Cancer. Needing to, like, let go of somebody narcissistic, babe. You always want to be Captain Save-A-Ho because you're so empathetic. Back up. Back up. Give yourself some rest and recovery this new moon. Leo, you're going to be exploring, dibbling and dabbling, and stumble upon some success. So love that for you. Virgo, life is really, really good for you right now. But it feels like I want you to be prepared for possible work injuries. So be very careful physically in physical spaces and workspaces or in construction sites. Be conscious of who you spend your time with this holiday season. Like, really be intentional about your time this holiday season. The parties you do and don't go to. Libra, working on a relationship that for somebody you've become estranged from. Don't talk yourself out of getting a job. Keep putting in that work. It's going to pay off. You're going to get some recognition this new moon. Scorpio, you are under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure in what feels like related to property or real estate. And You will be able to figure out your situation, okay? But it feels like after you figure out your tough spot, you're taking a trip, a late birthday trip. Sagittarius, you're on a new path, but now feeling out of alignment with people you used to fuck with. Don't feel guilty about that. Give yourself permission to evolve, okay? Just make sure you give yourself family in the meantime. Capricorn, you're hustling. You're thinking about your legacy. You want to do things for your family. An unexpected opportunity is coming your way under this new moon, so embrace it. And once you get it, things are going to take off. So find time to rest now, okay? Because things are about to pick up very fast for you. Aquarius, you're going through it. This is a rough season for you. Seems like you're afraid to let something go out of fear, but it just has to be done. Cut the cord, stop dragging around dead weight, and you will be able to maintain your current state of living. And Pisces, travel, super emphasis on travel, super emphasis on stepping into your intuitive power, super emphasis on balance, healing, and moderation. I feel like Pisces, no notes. I feel like keep doing what you've been doing. So let me say, I think the signs that are going to have the worst, let me see. How do I undo the strikeout? Tina, oh, thank you for Tina. Okay, let me see. I don't even know if anybody's still with me. Let me see. Worst. Okay, people having the worst is probably Aries, Aquarius, and Scorpio. I think you guys are having the worst full moon, personally. And the best, I think, would be Leo, Libra, and I want to say Capricorn. But I don't know. But like, Capricorn's maybe like an honorable mention. Or do I want to say Pisces? I think Pisces, because you guys are just relaxing under this. You guys are just like really just like, yeah, fuck it all. I let it all go. Like, that's kind of what it feels like to me. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to see how this live recorded, and I'm going to take out my dog. I hope she didn't fucking piss on my rug in the living room. Thank you guys. I'm really excited. I don't know how often I'm going to do lives like this. I'm still playing with it. I'm still trying to see if I like it like this, if I like this format, if you guys like this format. So, I mean, if you did like this format, definitely like the live. That really helps it get to more people and let TikTok know that you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, this will be on YouTube for replay. Love you guys. Make sure you're subscribed and followed on TikTok and YouTube. Love you guys so much. Bye.